coming to you live from Rockingham, North Carolina at the beautiful Rockingham Speedway. This is the FWM Arca Series. This is the second round of this new series. Last week we saw Hunter Carlson come in and steal the show from Austin Cansdale. But this week, Austin Cansdale is looking to come back strong. Can Carlson go back-to-back, or will Cansdale or anyone else steal the thunder and crush that momentum? It's all coming up right here, right now at Rockingham. We want to thank y'all for joining us. My name is Emmett Crow, and my producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, will be in my ear. Scott Shy's got the night off, so we're out here just having a good old time in Rockingham, North Carolina, and looking forward to a great race. Everybody's saying that the track's real tight, so that's going to be interesting. We got 71 degrees ambient, 82 track temperature with a overcast of clouds, so that's going to add some additional downforce. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But we're going to get some words for some drivers. And first, we're going to talk to last week's winner, Mr. Hunter Carlson. Let me see if we can get old Hunter down here. Hold on one second. All right, Hunter Carlson, this is Emmett Crow in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Well, how do you build on, congrats on the win last week at Five Flags. How do you build on that momentum and try to go back-to-back this week?
Oh, man. Just try to keep it clean through the beginning and middle portions of the race and try to keep it top five. And then really, once you get past in the last 20, 30 laps, it's anything. Anything's on. And really, this track's tough. It's a really tough track. It's going to be about who saves the most tires and who doesn't have any damage probably at the end, because these cars are tight.
All right. Well, good luck today. We'll see how you do in this race.
Thank you.
All right. That was Hunter Carlson. Now let's see if we can get a word from our runner-up last week, Mr. Austin Cansdale. Hold on one second. Let me get this set up here. Sorry, y'all. I'm not used to doing this by myself, so hang with me. Did it drag? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Okay, so we can't drag Austin Cansdale, but we'll try to get him in here. Get some info on how he plans on building on that momentum from that runner-up finish last week in the inaugural running of this new series. Right now, Stephen Luttrell is going to be your pole sitter with a right over Austin Cansdale, actually. Landon Brown sitting in third, and Wayne Cannon and Yogi Schler round out the top 10. All right, so let's see if we can get one more driver. Let's see if we can get Jared Berlin in here. Maybe. Hold on one second. Let me see. There we go. Jared Berlin, this is Emmett Crow up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so we were talking earlier, and you were complaining about your car not turning. How does the car feel now? Do you got it set up where you want it, or have you messed with it, tweaked it? How's it feeling out there?
I left it alone. It's the car itself. Don't like these cars.
All right. Well, good luck today. Hopefully you can stay out of the carnage and be able to.
I'll probably cause it.
All right. All right. So now we're going to go live as our starting grid comes onto the screen. Your pole sitter is going to be Mr. Stephen Luttrell. Got in here at the last minute. He'll be your pole sitter. Austin Cansdale will line up on the outside of row 1. Row 2 will feature Landon Brown on the inside, lined up next to Lance Sterling on the outside. Row 3 will have last week's winner, Hunter Carlson, lined up next to Bradley Young on the outside. Row 4 will be Benjamin Hollenball lining up next to Terry W. Spainhauer on the outside. Row 5 will be Wayne Cannon lining up next to Yogi Schleer in the 12 car on the outside. Row 6 will be Gerald Berlin lining up next to Joshua Tressler on the outside. And see if we can. And then we have. Let's see. And then rounding out the field will be Daniel Jones in 13th. All right, folks, so as the field continues their pace laps, gets everything set up, we would just want to thank y'all for tuning in, and go grab a choice beverage, go grab a snack, because you're not going to want to miss any of the action. So just sit back, enjoy this Memorial Day with some great racing. We had a great race at the Coke 600 last night, and we're in for a great show here at Rockingham also. Also, we do want to thank our men and women fighting for our freedom, as in the ones that we have lost. So we're going to have a moment of silence right now. All right. So as the cars continue to pace, give you a little rundown about Rockingham. Rockingham opened up in 1965. This is a D-shaped oval. It's 9/10 of a mile, with the banking being 21 degrees and 25 degrees and 8 down the straightaway. So it's a really unique track, as and sorry about that, we're going green. So lap 1's going to be led by Mr. Austin Cansdale. Goes right to the front, and he'll take the lead away from our pole sitter, Stephen Luttrell. But look at Landon Brown shooting to the number 2 spot. Luttrell's going to fall to the number 3 hole, but here comes Hunter Carlson and Bradley Young are coming up on him right now. And I tell you, Austin Cansdale, he's hungry to win, y'all. I mean, he had the chance to win that race at Five Flags. And, I mean, a great race between him and Carlson. You can go check it out on Elevated TV because you do not want to miss it. And the cool thing about these cars this year, I mean today, sorry, not this year, but today they're rocking the patriotic schemes. It was brought up in Discord, why not we run? And, oh, man, we're going to have to hold up as we got a big crash on the back stretch. Jared Berlin involved, as is, I believe, Lance Starling. So that'll take us to our first caution of the day. But like I was saying, it was brought up. How about as we take a look at the replay? Oh man, Starling just got into Wayne Cannon involved and Gerald Berlin. But it was brought up in Discord. I can't remember who said it, but they said, why don't we run a patriotic schemes for Memorial Day? And let me tell you, everybody got the memo, because these are some great looking cars out here running the stars and stripes and really showing how much love they have for this great country and the military and their families. But all right, so that's going to take us to our first caution. I don't think we'll see anybody come in this early, but your leader is going to be Austin Cansdale, followed by Landon Brown, followed by Stephen Luttrell, then Hunter Carlson, rocking the nice Air Force throwback, then Bradley Young, then Terry Spainhauer, then Yogi Schleer, then Benjamin Hollenball, then Daniel Jones, then Joshua Tressler, Jared Berlin, Lance Starling, and Wayne Cannon, who were all involved in that first caution. So here we go. We'll get them all set up. Great looking shot right there of Wayne Cannon. I hate for that scheme. Of course, they do have a fast repair, so I'm glad to get that car fixed, because that is a beautiful looking race car. But how about Stephen Luttrell? It was a last-minute message that was sent in the Discord that said, "Mind if I come play?" And he goes out and wins the pole. Unbelievable. But as we look at Austin Cansdale rocking the also the patriotic Budweiser scheme, great-looking car, and then Landon Brown sitting right behind him. Landon Brown, new to FWM, one of the head honchos over at the sister league, Leadfoot Racing. You can see that. You can add them on Discord. You can, if you want to run. They are doing some. I believe they're doing some tryout races still. So hit them up if you want to run. But here we go, green flag, and we're back underway. Great launch by Austin Cansdale. He's going to get a great restart, as Landon Brown's going to be battling with. Well, never mind. I thought he was battling with Stephen Luttrell, but now Hunter Carlson is going to stay in the number 4 spot. He was trying to get alongside of Luttrell, but now he'll just tuck in line, as here comes Bradley Young in the Studio 86 scheme. Studio 86, always sponsoring our starting grid, so shout out to them. But as they run right now, Cansdale's your leader, Landon Brown in second, Stephen Luttrell in third, fourth is going to be Hunter Carlson, fifth, Bradley Young, sixth, Terry Spainhauer, seventh, Yogi Schlier, eighth, Benjamin Hollenbald, ninth, Daniel Jones, 10th, Joshua Tressler, 11th, Gerald Berlin, 12th, Lance Starling, and Wayne Cannon round out the field. So a good field right now, as we see Austin Cansdale continuing to lead, and Landon Brown trying to chase him down right here. But I tell you, Austin's got a great car. He was at top of the charts until Stephen Luttrell put that fast time to knock him off and get that pole award. But I mean, for him to start on the outside, which he loves to do, and got a great launch on the start, really says a lot. Austin Cansdale has really improved from the console side of racing to now the more competitive side of iRacing. So shout out to Austin Cansdale. And Austin Cansdale also got engaged, I believe, a month ago. So a lot of stuff happened for Mr. Cansdale. As here we go. Here comes Stephen Luttrell trying to get around Landon Brown for second. Stephen Luttrell, who joined the FWM on the mini stock series and had a great points battle with Mr. Cansdale for that title. But it came down to not enough races for Luttrell, so Cansdale walked away with that mini stock championship. But Stephen Luttrell really showing some speed early on here at Rockingham. Of course, I mean, that is your pole sitter, so that is another reason why he probably is showing some speed. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to try to get everything figured out, and we'll be right back. Live here back at Rockingham as Austin Cansdale continues to lead, and Landon Brown is under fire from Stephen Luttrell for that second position. As we see Luttrell, he's going to drive it into the inside, trying to make it stick, but the high side is really working here early on at Rockingham. Just not enough rubber put down on that inside line. As we see a great shot, thanks to Whiplash Sing Cams for providing us these awesome camera angles, and thanks to Mr. Tracy Brown for getting those buttons pushed and showing some great shots also. But looking right here, here comes Luttrell. He's going to drive it into the corner, trying to get alongside and drift up and try to get that side drift off of Landon Brown, but he's not going to be able to do it. And he's going to stay back in third position as Landon Brown. While this is all going on, Austin Cansdale has actually pulled out a little bit from these two as these two continue in the battle. Working lap number 18 this time by. Sorry, 19. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a little messed up. But Landon Brown continues to hold Luttrell. Great defense position right here for Landon Brown to keep that 36 at bay in third and being able to try to pick up into Cansdale's draft and get alongside of him in battle for this lead. But right now it's been the Austin Cansdale show. As we look right here, Cansdale has jumped out to a 3/10 of a lead. So it's building. Now it's at 4/10. It's building, but Landon Brown is not letting him get away. He's still right there and still trying to drive up to him. And he's really trying to get alongside of him. As we see right here, we're going to have our second caution of the day. And we'll have to take a look and see what happened. So it looks like this might be just some good old net code. But it will bring out our second caution of the day. So Austin Cansdale continues to lead. Then it's Landon Brown, then Stephen Luttrell, then Hunter Carlson, then Bradley Young, then Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, great job driving all the way up from the 13th position to the 6th position. Unbelievable. Then Terry W. Spanhauer, then Yogi Schleer, then Gerald Berlin, then Lance Starling, then Wayne Cannon, then Tressler. Oh, Benjamin Hollenball. Benjamin Hollenball. Looks like something happened to him as he's dropped all the way from, I believe he was in the top 10 all the way to 13th. So I believe that is what brought out the caution. See if we can find it here. Again, taking a look and seeing. Maybe it wasn't, but it was just kind of crazy how Hollenball was running good, and then all of a sudden I looked up and he was in 13th, 2 laps down. So maybe he was involved in that wreck. Oh, yeah, there's definitely might be something wrong with that car. Looks like. Huh, that's crazy. Anyways, Stephen Luttrell now looks like he's got the lead, it looks like. We're going to have to look at this live scoring because, yeah, Stephen Luttrell is your leader. Austin Cansdale must have come in and pit, I bet you. That's what it was. Luttrell stayed out and Cansdale came in. Okay, that makes sense now. As we see Wayne Cannon taking a wave around. Actually, he's on the lead lap, so maybe I think he was the free pass recipient, so that's probably what it was. But Bradley Young will restart in third, and Landon Brown will restart in fourth. Hunter Carlson will restart on the outside in second. This is going to be interesting right here to see how that 36 car is going to handle the bottom against Carlson and the 32 on the high side. It'll be interesting to see if Luttrell's able to get that bottom line to get some grip down there and able to keep this lead away from Carlson. But while this caution's coming around, we want to thank y'all for tuning in and hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. It's been a great race. We've had 2 cautions and we're only 25 laps in, so we have we'll have 100 laps to go when we hit the line. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens for sure. We take a look at further back. It's Starling and Austin Cansdale back there. Jared Berlin, who's had a tough day ever since they unloaded that car. He's told me that the car just wouldn't turn in the corner, on corner entry, corner exit, and down the straightaway. So great quote from our good friend Mr. Jared Berlin. Got the Little Caesars pizza on the hood, as we see the 20 of Joshua Tressler rocking the stars and stripes. Big old spread eagle, screaming eagle on the front. Great looking scheme right there. But yeah, that's a good looking scheme, as you can see. That just screams America right there. And once again, we want to thank all our troops out there fighting for our freedom. It's not about going to the lake, folks, or grilling out. It's all about the ones that have sacrificed, and we honor them today as another year passes of Memorial Day. I tell you, though, it's going to be interesting when I believe they're going to change Veterans Day to Victory Day. So that'll be interesting to see if that happens on November 11th. But right now, Stephen Luttrell continues to lead as we're coming to the green flag this time by. There will be 99 laps to go when we hit the line. Here we go. Green flag back in the air, and we are back underway here at Rockingham. Stephen Luttrell got a great launch on the restart. Man, that might be under review. You never know. But, oh, man, hard contact for Hunter Carlson in the wall. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't get in the wall. It looked like he did. But now we see Carlson shoot to the high side as we see Landon Brown able to take that third position away from Bradley Young. And here comes Carlson on the outside. He'll try to shoot alongside of Luttrell, but he can't do it. Yeah, he's getting a little loose coming off that corner, and that car's washing up, and it's just he's keeping it off the wall, which is unbelievable. Great driving job by Hunter Carlson. But look right here as we see Austin Cansdale on those fresher tires. He's coming up here now as he's battling Bradley Young and Carlson. As Carlson actually is going to get around Luttrell. And Landon Brown gets around Luttrell. So Luttrell, after a great restart, is starting to fade back. As now we see Bradley Young and Austin Cansdale battling for the fourth position. As Hunter Carlson continues to lead, but here comes Luttrell on that bottom. I think it's just that bottom line has not come into play yet. And I believe that's why Carlson was able to get around and Brown was able to get around Luttrell on that high side. But as we continue to race here at Rockingham, as Landon Brown's going to shoot to the outside, but look at that, Austin Cansdale already back up in the picture. Austin Cansdale trying to take the third position away from Luttrell. It's a battle. Austin Cansdale hard into the wall. Going to get a little bit into Stephen Luttrell. How did those cars not wreck? But hard contact for Austin Cansdale. And Luttrell's got trouble. Luttrell jumping off the pace. Tough break for the 36. He's got an issue. As we take a look at the tires and the fenders look all right. So I don't know what's wrong with Stephen Luttrell as we see Landon Brown. Oh, that's going to bring out the third caution, though. So our third caution of the day is going to come out at lap 32. Oh, man. Terry W. Spanhauer got in the wall, and Jared Berlin didn't see him there. And Spanhauer just, I think it just washed up on him and turned him. Man, tough break for Jared Berlin. He's going to need a lot of pizza after this race for sure. But, so this will be our third caution of the day. Landon Brown was able to get the lead away from Cansdale. As we see Hunter Carlson making his pit stop. Sorry, that's what happened. Hunter Carlson came in, Landon Brown stayed out. Cansdale already pitted, so he didn't have to come in. Luttrell, Bradley Young, Lance Starling, and Wayne Cannon, Yogi Schlier, Tressler, Hollenball, Jones, Carl. Actually, Carlson's going to drop all the way back to 11th. Wow. And Jared Berlin will round out the field. So it's going to be interesting to see how Carlson's car is going to be in dirty air. And it'll be really interesting to see how Landon Brown's car is in clean air. So Landon Brown's been rocketing around this track. I mean, we're looking at the lap times. Stephen Luttrell still has the fastest lap at a 23:27, and that's going to be crazy. And Austin Cansdale is second with a 23:29, so about a 200th of a second difference between those two. And then Landon Brown's best lap, I believe, is a 23:50 50-ish bracket. So be interesting to see how Cansdale gets on this restart. And Cansdale will be on the high side. So Luttrell will restart on the bottom in row number 2, along with Bradley Young on his outside. And look at Lance Starling. Lance Starling all the way up in 5th position, lined up next to Wayne Cannon, the head honcho of FWM. He had a dream of making a league, and he did it. And FWM's been very successful. And green flag, and we're back underway here at Rockingham. And watch what, just like I said, Landon Brown tried to shut off the momentum from Cansdale, and Cansdale pulled the crossover on him. But Landon Brown's going to use a book out of Cansdale. Use a page out of Cansdale's book and shoot to the high side and be able to get the momentum. There's a lot of grip up on that high side, let me tell you, race fans. As we see right here, a great shot of Landon Brown's bumper going right alongside of Austin Cansdale in the car. Great cockpit shot right there. I believe that might be the gyro, actually. As now we look at right here. Yeah, there we go. There's the gyro. Just shows you how progressive this banking is in the turns, and then how flat it is coming down into the straightaway. Great shot right here as Cansdale pulls alongside of Landon Brown, trying to take the position away. Here comes Landon Brown on the outside. Stephen Luttrell, they're trying to go 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Luttrell. He'll try to make it 3 wide. Now he'll shoot in behind of Cansdale. Landon Brown's going to rocket to the lead on the outside, though. And now it looks like Landon Brown, that car is in clean air, and he's pulling away from Cansdale little by little. Man, what? All right, and it'll be interesting to see if Landon Brown's able to keep that car out. And we want to, oh man, Joshua Tressler. We stay green, but Tressler goes around. No caution. So it looks like Landon Brown will continue to lead. As we look back up front, Landon Brown still holding that lead, but here comes Luttrell trying to come up on Cansdale. Actually, so it will bring out a caution, so that'll be our 4th caution of the day. Sorry about that, folks. So with this caution, we're going to take a break and step away for just a second. We'll be right back. Lights are off on the pace car and welcome back to Rockingham Speedway. Want to talk about some viewers as we take this green flag. Billy Cooper is tuning in. Thank you, Billy. And sorry about the technical difficulties we are having. Caitlin Thomas cheering on Latrell. Stephen Latrell, so got some great fans in here, and William Latrell says, go, go, 36. Billy Cooper says, let's go, Brad. So there we go, folks. It is time, and we're back underway as we see Landon Brown as Austin Cansdale is trying to get alongside of him. He's going to tuck in behind him now as they go through the turn. And now we see a great shot from the bumper cam as Cansdale gives Landon Brown a shot. Austin Cansdale shoots to the outside, trying to get the momentum, trying to get the pass, and he's going to complete it for the second. Let's see if he can make it stick, though. As we're still looking right here. They're still side by side. Here comes Latrell. He's trying to go 3 wide again. Wow. But he'll follow behind Brown and take away. Here they go, folks. 3 wide for the lead at Rockingham. Look at Cansdale rocking around the outside and pick them off both positions. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone as Austin Cansdale is going to shoot out to a good lead. But here comes Landon Brown. He'll shoot to the inside, trying to pick up the momentum, and it's going to bring out our 5th caution of the day. 5th caution of the day. And it looks like, let's see. Yep, it's going to be Benjamin Hollenbach gets into Gerald Berlin, sends him into the wall. Hard contact for the 70. Man, you hate that for Gerald Berlin, race fans. Tough break for him today. Ever since he unloaded, like I said, he told me, ever since I unloaded the car off the truck, car won't turn on corner entry, corner exit, or down the straightaway. So, tough break for Gerald Berlin. But we got some pit stops as Landon Brown's going to come in, it looks like. And Stephen Latrell decides not to come in. Pull the old fake out right there as Bradley Young will come in as well. So now we see Landon Brown on pit road. And I believe they're going to go... They got to go 4 tires right here. I would think they would. Bradley Young comes in, gets into his box. And here we go. So, goes up on the left. And goes up on... goes up on the left, goes up on the right. That's what I meant, sorry. So you have 4 tires for the 5 machine of Landon Brown, and 4 tires for Bradley Young, and Wayne Cannon also, and also Daniel Jones. So here we go. So Austin, Kansas is going to take back the race lead with Landon Brown pitting. But now it gets interesting because Luttrell, there's rubber down on that inside line. So now Luttrell's going to restart on the inside. If I'm Cansdale, I believe as soon as I get to that restart zone, I'm shooting down to cut off the momentum of that 36 because he's going to be coming with a full head of steam for sure. It'll definitely be really interesting to see how Cansdale defends Luttrell if he shoots to the bottom or, you know, if he shoots up high because Hunter Carlson's right there too. So it's really going to be interesting as we come to the choose which line they're going to choose, which row they're going to choose. So here we go, coming through. And actually, I think they're going to go race control has said y'all caused too many cautions, so we're going to go to a single file restart. So now Cansdale will get the start. He is the control car, and he gets away, and we are back underway here at Rockingham. So Austin Cansdale, little throwback action, got the single file restarts. We haven't seen those in a stock car racing quite some time, but iRacing, you'll see them. That's for sure. As here we go, Stephen Luttrell trying to get some momentum back on Cansdale as they come into. And we're going to have our 6th caution of the day, looks like. Let's see if it brings out a caution. And, oh, man, Jared Berlin. Oh, Landon Brown. Tough break for Landon Brown. Man. Ran so good today and then makes a pit stop, gets caught up in just further in the pack. Man, tough hit, but he'll be back because, like I said, they got a fast repair, but that'll bring out our 6th caution of the day here at Rockingham. Let's see, do we have any takers on pit road? And I believe we do have, I believe that's Landon Brown coming in. Probably just to get the excess fixed on that car. He did use, it is his only fast repair, so maybe there's just a little more damage to fix on that car. So he'll come in. So as they run, Austin Cansdale's your leader, Stephen Luttrell in 2nd, Hunter Carlson in 3rd, Yogi Schlier in 4th, Lance Starling in 5th, Benjamin Hollenbaugh in 6th, 7th will be Joshua Tressler, 8th will be Terry W. Spainhauer, 9th will be Bradley Young, 10th will be Wayne Cannon, 11th will be Daniel Jones, 12th Landon Brown, and 13th Jared Berlin. As now we see Berlin exiting pit road, catching up to the field. And I believe, yep, lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to get the 1 to go. So we're going green this next time around. Look at Austin Cansdale just right up on the back of the pace car. Has great shot from the bump cam. Just right up on it. Wonder what kind of car that is because I've never seen that emblem in that manufacturer emblem ever, but be cool if you could get an iRacing pace car. There's a marketing idea right there. Make a little extra money. As pace car will hit pit road this time. We will go single file once again. Austin Cansdale is your leader, followed by Stephen Luttrell, Hunter Carlson, and Yogi Schleer in fourth. Wow, great run from Yogi. Yogi, a longtime stable member of FWM, as the green flag waves. We're back underway here at Rockingham. Austin Cansdale gets a great restart. He'll lead them into turn number 1, now turn 2, now down the backstretch. And as now we look right here, Yogi Schleer holding on, but we're going to shoot further back as here comes Hollaball battling with Tressler for the position. This is for the 6th position along with Starling, so this could be a battle for 5th. This could be a battle for 4th as they have all caught up to Yogi Schleer. Oh man, Benjamin Hollaball hard into the wall. As now we see Bradley Young trying to work that bottom, and now he's working up with Terry Spanhauer. Now he's got, oh, gets into Terry Spanhauer, goes around. And that'll bring out a caution. I don't think he got into it. I just think there was the air, got him arrow loose, and there was a pocket of air right there, and that's what caused Terry Spanhauer to go around. Oh man, hard contact for Spanhauer on the pit wall. Man. But you saw it live as we were watching that battle unfold between Terry Spanhauer and Bradley Young and Benjamin Hollaball. But that'll be our 7th caution. And we'll be racking them, restack them, and we'll be rolling once again. Once again, your leader is going to be Austin Cansdale. As we see Stephen Luttrell hitting pit road, so that'll move Hunter Carlson into the number 2 spot. And Yogi Schleer will move up to number 3. Lance Starling will move up to 4. Joshua Tressler 5th. Benjamin Hollaball 6th. 7th, Landon Brown. 8th, Wayne Cannon. Daniel Jones in 9th. 10th is going to be Jared Berlin. And 12th will be Stephen Luttrell. And then Terry Spanhauer will round out the field. So far, only 7 cautions. Not too bad. Not too bad. This track is very... We talked to the drivers early on, and even in the pre-race, and they said this track is very slick, it's very tight. The cars are very tight. But you know, so I mean, we knew what we had going on, and then also there is that overcast of cloud cover. Well, now we're being told now it's showing cloudy, as now the temperatures. We've got a 73 ambient temperature, 78 track temp. So the track temp has actually cooled off as the cloud cover has dissipated, but that's very interesting for sure. And take a look at our weather of today's race. As the cars work down the backstretch, and there we go. There's a great shot right there. It's a 20-mile-an-hour wind, so that's definitely a factor. But the good thing is you see that precipitation 0%, so that means we will get this race in, and that's every race fan wants to see that 0 on the precipitation. But all right, here we go, folks. We're going back underway as Austin Cansdale is going to be your leader, followed by Hunter Carlson, Yogi Schleer, Lance Starling, and Joshua Tressler round out the top 5. Green flag back in the air here at Rockingham. Austin Cansdale got a great restart, but here comes Hunter Carlson trying to get, now Yogi Schleer is trying to get alongside of Carlson. Now here comes Tressler working on Starling. Starling shoots up high, Tressler down to the bottom, Now Wayne Cannon's going to take position away from Daniel Jones. So now that moves Cannon into the 8th position away over Jones. As now we see Landon Brown fighting back, coming up on Benjamin Hollenball. This will be a battle for 6th. So Landon Brown, after that wreck, after that caution, coming back strong on that bottom. And the bottom is in play. So it'll be interesting to see how Stephen Luttrell is able to get through the bottom, as Luttrell is moved back into the number 13 spot. Gets passed by Terry Spainhauer. Here comes Joshua Tressler. He'll look to the inside of Starling, trying to get alongside. Now here comes Landon Brown. He'll shoot him 3 wide into the corner almost. But now he'll just follow behind Tressler, and he'll rocket past Starling on the bottom. So the bottom is coming into play. And if I'm Stephen Luttrell, that's what I want to hear for sure. Oh, Landon Brown hard into little contact in the wall. Not hard in the wall. As here they come. Here comes Landon Brown. He'll shoot to the inside, taking the position away from Tressler. Picking them off one at a time. Landon Brown is going to be in the 4th position, and he's coming for the leader soon. But here comes Tressler. Now he'll use a page out of Landon's book and try to get alongside of him on the bottom. But he's not going to be able to do it, as Landon's going to cut off that run. Now Landon has his eyes set on that number 3 spot occupied by Yogi Schleer. Meanwhile, all this unfolding as Austin Cansdale is pulled out to a 6/10 of a second lead on our 2nd place car, Hunter Carlson. As we work lap number 64, and there's a great shot. This shot of this scheme that Carlson's running is just an awesome scheme, honoring the Tuskegee Airmen. That just screams out. It just looks like the fighter jet, and that's an awesome scheme for sure. Great job by Hunter getting that car designed, getting that car ready to go. And yeah, so here we go. Great shot. Look at that. Look at the hood. Got the big Air Force logo on the front. Just looks like a fighter jet. And it's fast like a fighter jet too. But he's going to need a little afterburner to catch up to Austin Cansdale. As Austin Cansdale has jumped out to a 7/10 of a second lead over Carlson. And Landon Brown, meanwhile, has taken the 3rd position away from Yogi Schleer. So move Brown into 3rd. As now here comes Wayne Cannon and Daniel Jones coming up on the back bumper of Yogi Schleer for the 4th position, as Wayne Cannon is going to shoot down to the inside, takes the position away for Yogi Schleer might have just clipped the wall just a little bit right there. Of course, a lot of these guys in the field are North Carolina natives, so this would be like winning Yogi Schleer hard into the wall right there. So this would be like a home track win for him. But right now, the Tennessee boy of Mr. Hunt, Austin Cansdale, is running away from it from these Carolina boys. And the one Illinois driver, well, there could be more Illinois drivers, but the one that I know for sure, Hunter Carlson. But right here, Yogi Schleer continues to hold that top line as him and Cannon still battling for that 4th position. Now Wayne's going to get the momentum, and he's going to be able to get the position, see if he clears it. You're on the corner panel, side by side into turn number 1. Yogi's going to hit the wall just slightly, but that's going to allow Cannon to now clear Yogi. As here comes Daniel Mindfood Jones. He'll take the position away from Yogi also. And here comes Benjamin Hollenball, a.k.a. Grubby. He'll try to take the position away also. So now there's a 4-car battle for 4th. And if you want to throw Jared Berlin, let's throw Jared Berlin in there. 5-car battle for 4th. This is some great action right here, folks. As now here comes Daniel Jones on that inside, trying to take the 4th position away from Wayne Cannon. He'll shoot to the inside. This is Daniel Jones' first race with FWM, the Arca series. Daniel Jones and Mindfu, as we like to call him, in the FWM garage, a longtime stable member and the vice president of FWM. So great job seeing the president and vice president racing. Some great battles for fourth for sure, as Austin Cansdale continues to lead. 0.8 of a second now is the lead that he has on second place Hunter Carlson. And further back, 4 seconds back to be exact, is the 5 of Landon Brown. So, man, this race is it was really tight to begin, but I think since the track conditions have changed, now the track temperature is jumped up to 80. It was 78 when it was 73 degrees. It's still 73 degrees outside ambient, but the track temperature has picked up to 80 degrees. Excuse me. As the cloud cover is very sparsely. It's still very cloudy out here, but it's not like it was at the beginning with the overcast. And once again, 0% chance of precipitation through this race. So that's always a great thing to hear as a race fan. All right, so right now, Benjamin Hollenball is going to take the position away from Yogi Schleer. That'll move Hollenball into the 7th position, as now Cansdale continue to lead. But look at this. Hunter Carlson is right there on the back bumper, and he's coming fast. Cut it down from 0.8 of a second down to 2 tenths. So here comes Hunter Carlson. He's found some on that high side. And I tell you, these fart boys, they really know how to get that high side to go. And yes, it is a Fast Angry Racing Team. So yeah, that is the acronym. But anyways, as Cansdale continuing to lead, and Carlson's going to shoot into the number. He's going to stay riding around in the number 2 spot, just trying to find something to catch up to catch up to Cansdale, or possibly make Cansdale cause him to make a mistake and able to take advantage of it. But now we see Yogi Schleer, as here comes Stephen Luttrell, as Schleer has dropped all the way back down to now battling for the 10th position. I think something might be wrong with that car with that contact with the wall. It might have not, something might be broke or something. So Yogi Schleer might have to come in and get that looked at, or maybe use his fast repair, because something's wrong with that car for sure. But now we see Bradley Young and Stephen Luttrell battling for the 8th position right here. Stephen Luttrell's going to get up to the back bumper. Now Stephen Luttrell shoots to the inside, trying to get alongside Young. Here comes Stephen Luttrell. He'll take the position away just for the moment. And now we'll see if he can hold on. Here he goes on the inside. Oh, man. Can he hold it? He can. Clear. Spider says clear. Luttrell takes away the 8th position, has his eyes set on Hollenball in 7th. All this going on as Cansdale has jumped out now to a 0.5 of a second lead. And now, never mind, it just dropped down to 0.3. And here comes Hunter Carlson on cue. Hunter Carlson is catching Cansdale as we work lap 81 now. And this race is really picking up for sure, as now they have caught lap traffic of Joshua Tressler. So it'll be interesting to see how quick Cansdale makes of the 20 car of Tressler, as he's going to shoot to the inside. Joshua Tressler stays and gets it in the wall, trying to stay out of the way of these two drivers. A great job by Joshua Tressler not to be in the way for sure. But now here we go. Oh man, Lance Starling's car is all messed up. I don't know what happened. Well, now it's not, because he used a fast repair, but I don't know what happened. I looked at the front of that car, and as we got a battle for the lead meanwhile going on, here comes Carlson. He'll shoot to the inside, trying to take the position away from Cansdale. They're side by side coming out of the turn, down the backstretch out of turn number 2. The Long Thunder Alley backstretch. Here they go. Carlson's going to drive it in deep, try to get it in there, but here comes Here comes Cansdale on the outside. He'll rock it to the position. Clears Kit Carlson using the drafting help from Carlson's actual teammate, Terry Spainhauer, is actually going to help Cansdale take the position away. Unbelievable. And Carlson has got to, I don't think he's going to be happy with his teammate drifted up where Cansdale could get the draft and able to pull away. But now we look at, here comes Carlson on, man, that Carlson's got a great car. He is rocketing. You know, we were talking about he's going to need some afterburners. Well, he's definitely turned on the afterburners. Here he comes right here into turn number 3. Cansdale's going to shoot to the high side. Here comes Carlson on the bottom. It's the Carlson and Cansdale show here at Rockingham as Landon Brown continues to run in third. But while these guys are battling, Landon Brown is actually catching up to him. Cut it from a 4-second deficit to now just 2.5 seconds. So Landon Brown is coming for sure, and this is going to be an interesting last bit of this race. If Landon Brown is able to catch these two, because they're still battling side by side. Cansdale's jumped out to a 0.2 of a second lead, but here comes Carlson. He'll shoot to the inside, trying to get alongside of Austin Lucky Prime Cansdale. And here he goes. He's going to shoot to the inside. Here comes Carlson. Carlson trying to use the bottom. He's going to try to use it right here, but Cansdale shuts him down on that high side. But here comes Carlson shooting down to the bottom. They're side by side for a moment, but Cansdale able to clear down the backstretch. Here he goes though. Here comes Carlson. He'll try to he just can't get up to the quarter panel. Just trying to get to the corner panel, folks, so he can get alongside of the 33 and rock it to the lead. But here comes Cansdale. He's still holding on top, strong on that top side. But Carlson is coming on the bottom. Carlson cuts it down. Man, what a cut down right there. Great run that Carlson got through the corner. Here comes Carlson on the inside. Carlson tried to take the lead away as they come to the line. This time, Cansdale will lead that lap, though. Now Carlson trying to go again. Here he comes, shoots to the inside. Trying to get alongside of the 33 as we see Terry Spainhauer on the apron. That was kind of a dangerous look right there. I bet you Hunter Carlson almost had a Code Brown right there. But here comes Carlson. He'll try to get alongside of Cansdale. Just can't do it. Just can't do it, folks. These is the two top drivers so far in this early on in this league. But don't count out Landon Brown for sure. Landon Brown is right there. He has cut it to a second, and he's coming fast. If these two were to get together, Landon Brown could steal it, as we see Carlson able to get around Cansdale finally, as Carlson really loose using that high side. Actually, that's going to be Cansdale's really loose, as here comes Landon Brown. Landon Brown trying to take the position away from Cansdale. Now Landon Brown will shoot behind Cansdale as Carlson continued to lead. Jumps out to about a 5/10 of a second lead. Wow. So that was definitely crazy right there. Stephen Luttrell still has the fastest time in the race with the 23:27, by the way. But now we see Landon Brown. Landon Brown trying to get alongside of Cansdale, trying to take the number 2 spot. As we see, it looks like Benjamin Hollenball making a pit stop. Here comes Landon Brown. He's got to get up into Cansdale. Got him loose. Cansdale. I think Landon Brown's sending a message saying he's telling him to get off the tracks because here comes the freight train for sure. Because Cansdale is really holding up Brown, because Brown has got fresher tires than Cansdale. And Brown is faster than Cansdale. So Landon Brown had to get out of it a little bit because, oh man, Cansdale hardened the wall. That's going to allow Landon Brown to take the position. Landon Brown's just going to scoop past. Now Landon Brown's got his eyes set on Hunter Carlson in that so famous crown jewel of their first FWM win. Here comes Carlson. Carlson continuing to lead right now, though. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Live. Live here back at Rockingham as Hunter Carlson continued to lead, working lap 99, coming to lap 100, 26 laps to go in this race, and Carlson has really pulled out. But now, oh my gosh, Landon Brown has cut it down to 9/10 of a second on Carlson. So Landon Brown is coming, and he's still cutting it down, gets it down to, he is right there. Oh my gosh. What happened to Carlson? He must have had to check up for something. As now we come around, as Landon Brown's going to use the bottom. And I'll tell you, the bottom now is really playing into a factor for sure. And I see Stephen Luttrell riding there in fourth. So that's music to Stephen Luttrell's ears, because he loves that bottom here, as we saw before. And he jumps to him so quick. Landon Brown and Hunter Carlson battled for the lead. Oh man, I think Landon Brown had to get out of the gas right there, because he wasn't expecting that checkup from Carlson. And it's all because Wayne Cannon, I don't know what happened, but caused Carlson to check out. Oh, Carlson into the wall! Carlson into the wall! Landon Brown takes the lead away using the draft from Wayne Cannon. Here we go. Actually not yet. Now clear. Landon Brown takes the lead, but here comes Hunter Carlson on the outside. 23 laps to go in this race. Landon Brown's going to take the lead away as Wayne Cannon moves out of the way. Now it's between the 32 and the 5. Here comes Carlson. He cuts off of Cannon's nose. I guess he was trying to get the momentum, trying to get a little push from Cannon. But here comes Carlson on the outside. He'll try to pull alongside of Landon Brown. Now Landon Brown continuing to lead. 22 laps to go in this race. Here we go now. Landon Brown continues to lead. And here comes Hunter Carlson. Hunter Carlson trying to get alongside of him. Hunter Carlson's going to go high, trying to get the momentum on the high side. Landon Brown goes bottom. Landon Brown continues to lead. Carlson does not have enough momentum. Now here comes Carlson. He'll get a great run into the turn. He'll send it, trying to get the momentum, but he can't do it. Carlson not able to get around Brown. Brown rockets back to the lead on the top side. Landon Brown, if Hunter Carlson wants to get this one away from him, he's going to have to take away the high side. Now he'll try to shoot up high, trying to get some momentum. Just diamond in the corner, trying to get that run as we ride on board with Hunter Carlson. As we see right here, Carlson gets a great run into turn number 1 in corner entry and corner exit. Down the backstretch, though, as look at this, Austin Cansdale rockets to the position. Actually, that's not for position. Thought it was, folks. But Cansdale, who is a lap down, is going to take away... 2 laps down. Wow, what happened to Austin Cansdale? Now Austin Cansdale is going to get around Landon Brown and get back one of his laps. So if we were to have a caution... Well, Wayne Cannon is still the free pass recipient, so Cansell would have to take the waiver out, as there's your, if we have a caution, that's going to be your free pass recipient, ladies and gentlemen, as now Landon Brown has pulled out to a second, 1.5 second. It's growing to 1.6. Landon Brown is checked out. 18 laps to go here at Rockingham. Landon Brown trying to get his first FWM win in FWM. Hunter Carlson hits pit road. It's all over for Carlson. He has trouble. It looks like it is done. Hunter Carlson looks like his dreams of winning at Rockingham and going back-to-back are crushed. Man, Landon Brown continually. Stephen Luttrell is going to fall into the number 2 spot. And here comes Luttrell. He's trying to get some momentum from Bradley Young, trying to get pushed around. But Landon Brown continuing to lead as they come into the turn. Landon Brown has a second and a half over Luttrell. Down into turn number 3, corner entry, great. On the bottom, got it going on that yellow line right there. Now coming out of turn 4, down into this quad tri-oval. Here he comes. 14 laps to go here at Rockingham. A little bit of tire smoke as we see Bradley Young trying to get alongside of Landon Brown, trying to get one of his laps back. Here comes Young. Young right up on the back bumper of Landon Brown, trying to get the position away. This could be chaos if he gets into Brown, but he's going to try the outside. Here comes Bradley Young. Bradley Young going to get his lap back for a second. I'm sorry, folks. I'm about to run out. But here we go. Here goes. Oh, Landon Brown almost washes up into Bradley Young. But here they come. That's going to allow Luttrell to get up to the back bumper of Landon Brown. Here comes Luttrell. He's going to shoot to the inside. Trying to get to the quarter panel. He can't do it. He can't do it as they work lap number 13. 13 laps to go this time by. Here we go now. Landon Brown continuing to lead. But here comes Luttrell, the mini stock runner, ringer, Mr. Stephen Luttrell, trying to get to the inside, trying to get the late model driver, Landon Brown. Here they come now. Stephen Luttrell trying to chase down Brown. Brown's going to hold on to it on the bottom, though. Luttrell's going to have to take away the bottom line. 13 laps to go this time by, folks. Here we go. Here they come for sure. Here comes Brown. Brown's going to continue to hold that lead away from Luttrell. Brown comes around, and here comes Luttrell. Luttrell trying to get alongside of him. 12 laps to go this time by. Now here comes Stephen Luttrell. He'll shoot to the inside, trying to pull alongside of Landon Brown. Luttrell going for the lead as they go down the backstretch. Drag race down the backstretch, but Landon Brown able to cross him over, cuts off the momentum. Landon Brown goes back to the front and the lead with 10 to go. 10 laps to go at Rockingham. This is what you come for, folks, on Elevated TV and the FWM Arca Series. Here comes Stephen Luttrell, shoots to the lead, but here comes Landon Brown on the inside. He'll try to cross him over, trying to pull the crossover. Now he's trying to slide up in front of him. Can't do it. Stephen Luttrell has taken the lead away from Landon Brown with 9 to go here at Rockingham. 9 laps to go now. Stephen Luttrell just has to play defense right here. Defense wins races. Defense wins championships. Here comes Stephen Luttrell. He'll try to hold off Landon Brown on this run right here. Luttrell now has pulled out to an 0.8 of a second lead. It looks like it's going to be Stephen Luttrell might be running away with this, but I don't want to count it out just yet for Landon Brown. Landon Brown trying to get some momentum, trying to get back up there with Luttrell. It's going to be Landon Brown trying to find something to catch up to Luttrell. Stephen Luttrell, meanwhile, continues to lead. He hits the line. 7 laps to go this time by. Landon Brown, folks, needs a miracle. He's jumped in. It's a 2nd and 7/10, almost a 2-second lead over Landon Brown. Landon Brown needs a Hail Mary right here, right now. as here we go, Landon Brown, now Benjamin Hollenball trying to get this isn't for position. Benjamin Hollenball many laps down. 6 laps to go as they cross the line. Stephen Luttrell continues to lead. Stephen Luttrell, great run. Set the fastest lap of the race. And now we look at Landon Brown, though, working on him and Benjamin Hollenball. Just great racing all over. But Stephen Luttrell has pulled out to a 2.6 seconds. The last thing Stephen Luttrell wants to see is a caution for sure. As we come down to 5 laps to go. And coming down the backstretch, Stephen Luttrell, no problems. He has pulled out to a 3-second lead. 3.2 second lead over Landon Brown. So Stephen Luttrell hits the line. 4 laps to go this time by. And down the backstretch, he'll come down. So now 3 laps to go in this unbelievable race. I mean, we were talking about Stephen Luttrell. He probably heard me talking about the bottoms really coming into play because, man, in that first part, he just couldn't get it to go on the bottom. But the second half, oh my gosh. I mean, the bottom just came into play. And Stephen Luttrell really used that bottom line to get up to battle with these guys and ultimately take away the lead as popsicles go up in the air. 2 laps to go this time by. And it's funny. It all started with a late race message on Discord. Hey, can I come play? And Wayne Cannon gave him the green light. And look at this. Coming to the white flag for Stephen Luttrell. He'll enter turn 1 for the final time. Now down into number 2, down the backstretch. Here he comes, Thunder Alley backstretch. Stephen Luttrell enters turn 3 for the final time today. It's not a mini stock. He's going to do it, folks. Stephen Luttrell's going to win race number 2 of the FWM Arca Series at Rockingham. Landon Brown brings it home 2nd. Gerald Berlin 3rd. Unbelievable run. Daniel Jones in 4th. Hunter Carlson 5th. 6th Austin Cansdale. 7th Bradley Young. 8th Yogi Schleer. 9th Wayne Cannon. 10th Joshua Tressler. 11th Benjamin Hollenball. 12th Lance Starling. And Terry Spanhauer finishes in 13th out of the race. So we're going to take a moment. We'll be right back and hear from our top 3 right here on Elevated TV. Back here live at Rockingham Speedway. We have caught up with our third place finisher, Mr. Gerald Berlin. Gerald, third place ain't bad for a car that wouldn't turn, huh?
Oh no, I'm happy with what I got, so how I had to brake at the finish line, just turn it.
Well, how do you build on this momentum going forward in this championship season?
I just gotta figure something out with these cars. These cars are not really meant for me. I'm having a hard time. I don't know if it's my settings or what, but it's been a struggle.
Well, you definitely were able to. I mean, you went. You had a roller coaster day, being involved in wrecks, and then brings it home third. I mean, great finish, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, and let's get a word from our runner-up, Mr. Landon Brown. Landon, you got me, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, dude, what a battle. I thought we were about to see you get your first FWM win. What happened out there?
Lap cars. That's what happened. 100% what happened.
Well, now you build on this momentum. How does this carry on going forward for a championship?
I mean, you know, we should still be leading points now, so we still have a really, really good foundation to build off of. So it's just taking the good with the bad and moving on to the next week. I'm not even sure where we're at next week, but we're gonna do our best there, and we're gonna get some practice in and hope for another good run.
All right, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there, man?
I'd love to thank Blue Line Soft Wash for stepping up to sponsor not only our league this season, but my car for this race. Eastern Technical Design and Tracy. I'm sure he's done a wonderful job broadcasting tonight. W Energy. I had one of those today. I feel really good. And just everybody that helps put 4Y together, LFRL together, and Elevated TV.
All right, man. Well, I think you need to thank some sweet. What is it? Never mind. Sorry. I forgot. I was going to say next week we go to Nashville Fairgrounds. So how does that impact you as we go forward over to Music City?
I think it'll be great. We ran there in late models last season for LFRL, and I believe I had a pretty good run there. And it's a pretty racy track, at least in the late models. So hopefully it'll be that way in the Arca car. And I think just having that experience there from beforehand will help us out. Get back to some more short track racing. You can call Rockingham a short track, but pretty high speed. It's more going back to my roots, going to Music City. So I'm pretty confident going there.
All right. We'll stay off Main Street. We'll see you in Nashville.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. And now let's get our winner. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can drag it. Hold on real second. 1 second, folks. See if we can get this. There we go. All right, Stephen Luttrell, Emmett Crow in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, it all started with a late message that said, "Mind if I come play?" And look at where you ended up, man.
I don't know how it happens. I didn't know I was going to be in this race till about 2 minutes before qualifying, and I just jumped in and qualified, and here we are.
Well, man, talk about the first part. I mean, the bottom didn't come into play, but that second half, man, you must have been hurt hearing me up here in the booth because I said, I know old Stephen Luttrell's licking his lips since this bottom's come into play for sure.
Oh man, the first half of the race, I was just kind of gauging tire wear, and just waiting until I could pit for fuel. And I pitted on the lap that allowed me to go to the end on fuel. And luckily, the tires hung out, or the tires held out, and the bottom line came in, and I could just run that bottom line as all the way up against the yellow and throttle down.
All right. Well, how do you build on this momentum going forward as we go to Nashville next week?
We'll have to see what we're gonna do. I have other Monday obligations, but if they fall through like they did today, then I'll be here. But yeah, I just wanted to come have fun with the guys, and I guess I put on a show, or wanted to put. I guess I wanted to put on a show, and I guess I did, and I just wanted to have some fun.
Well, y'all definitely put on a show for that lead for sure. But all right, man. Well, congrats on the win, and we'll see you hopefully next week at Nashville.
Yeah, if I have a chance, I'll definitely be there.
All right. All right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's coverage of the FWM Arca series. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, from my producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, I'm Emmett Crow, and we'll see you next week at Nashville.